Hey guys, so what I have here is Crown Zenith booster packs on Tcgplayer, and there's a lot of interesting recent sales data. If you see this graph over here, where there's was 1,500 packs sold in the last few days, and yeah, it's even the last month. So starting around, um, I guess mid month, on December 13th, it starts uptake to about 500 ish packs a day, maybe 600, and around the Christmas time it goes to about 1,000, and then now the last few days it's about 1,500. So that's like 500 packs a day. It's pretty crazy. I have some numbers for you, which I'll go over, but I basically took the what Tcgplayer at least says the best selling um, sets are or sealed products are, and nothing even really comes close. Like sure, the numbers are kind of skewed depending on which day you are look at, but this is January 1st, and the next best thing is 151 booster packs at 424 every 3 days, and then you have Surging Sparks booster packs, and then booster bundles for 151, Always Guys, and even Surging Sparks. Like the thing that everyone knows is being bought a lot, but like I don't think people really realize like and the best selling things, like sure, I only went through 2 pages, the first 2 pages, but it's still like the top six products, even though Surgeon Stars Booster Box just hit about $235. Um, so yeah, it seems like people are buying Crown Zenith, and in this case, it's actually really interesting because you see it's free shipping on orders over $5. That's actually really normal. Like I looked at other booster packs, which I can look over with you guys. But this actually doesn't appear on the other booster packs as much. They kind of just have the price. So it's effectively $4.75, $5 for a Crown Zenith booster pack. And I think even though, like I know CN Sky happened and there's a bunch of loose ones, but as I said before, Crown Zenith is picking up. People are realizing that that it's a popular set and it's running out. And I guess that there was this little mini price crash from like $5 back to 450. But Crown Zenith is a strong set. Like if you see the previous high, it was around like 562, and a bunch of reprints happened and dropped all the way down to it dropped about $2, and I was like heading kind of back on $1 in just like a few months. So Crown Zenith is pretty strong. But yeah, I won't go over the best selling things. So what I basically did was I went to Pokemon Steel products and I went to best selling. So I think almost all of these I just listed down, and I got data on all these because I wanted to kind of know like what's like everyone's trying to look at what to buy. They kind of want to know what's popular, and so there's just kind of one way to look at it. And honestly, like I usually never do this data collection myself, so I'm happy to do it like for you guys and also to see the results. I went to the first 2 pages. After that, honestly, um, like if I go to page three, there's some like repeat products. Like there's a bunch of the same sets like Crown Zenith, there's Evolving Skies. Like there's some newer things like there's Chilling Rain, and I did take a couple of these, but honestly, like when I look at the quantity, sometimes the quantity per day isn't really that much. So I didn't like Evolutions is on here, but like not that much is actually really being sold. So I don't really know why it's like listed here, but those are also interesting. I saw Team Up at like page 4 or 5. But I'm just going to focus on like the first 2 pages because it actually does take a while to get all this data down. So the data originally looked like this, where I just went in order. So like first there was 30 source booster box, went to a booster bundle, and then what I did was the days are about the last 3 days. It's usually December 28th to December 30th. Sometimes it's the 29th, 27th, 29th. Like I don't really know how Tcgplayer fully works. Take the 3 day average. I count how many packs are there. And I do price per pack. And so I could organize data better. I put the set, I put the products. So when I sort by like 3 day average, so like this is how much is bought every 3 days. So this is like a per day. So the last few days, like Crown Zenith has been being bought out a lot. I also bolded the ones that seemed like they're actually kind of increasing a little bit in some way. Some of them less, some of them more. And I had all these tabs on the right here. I'll go through them to see exactly what they look like. But yeah, it seems like there is some possible uptick in Crown Zenith packs, Shooting Sparks booster box, Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles, Twilight Masquerades booster box. I'll just go over each of these. But yeah, I think that it's not that surprising. Like there's a lot of like if I sort by set, what you're seeing above is a lot of 151. Um, and the Astral Radiance shows up a little bit. Brilliant Star shows up a little bit. It's mainly just the booster boxes. Celebration shows up a little as ATB. Another Sword and Shield box. Crown Zenith, there's some. Evolving Skies, there's some. Fusion Strike, it's a booster box. Those Origins booster box, like there's pretty much like sequential booster boxes and cases and whatever. There's Paladin Fates, Prismatic, Paradox Rift, a lot of Prismatic, so a lot of Prismatic, a lot of 151 being sold, even just the best selling things, like all the products are being sold. Um, and yeah, just a little bit of like every set. There's Shumstrad, Fable, there's Silver Tempest, Stellar Crown, Surging Sparks. Yeah, Surging Sparks is a lot of it. So just looking at that, like outside of there's also like these ultra premium collections for Terapagos and Charizard, but like pretty much every most sets their booster box is being sold. But outside of that, like it's usually Surging Sparks, Prismatic, and 151s, which shouldn't surprise most people, but just kind of nice to see the data. Like that's what Tcgplayer lists as like the best selling things. But what you can't really see unless you sort the data is stuff like this. So you have to see like the relative quantity. So 151, Surging Sparks, and Trizak are king. Um, and then let's see. And I looked at like the 3-day average. So yeah, like top of the pack, Crown Zenith. Let me go over some of these. So I showed you Crown Zenith. It's like rising up in quantity all of a sudden, and like there's so much of it being sold that like it's actually like a significant amount. And this is kind of in like reverse. This is kind of just in kind of random order. So Surging Sparks. This is the booster box cases actually, which I think is actually more per booster box. Like the cases are actually getting more or premium now. And yeah, I am seeing this uptake. So I think if you just keep watching for the rest of the video, you'll see a product that you may have had a feeling about. And if I show it on this list, you'll see, oh yeah, there is a recent demand in supply. Like this is actually a pretty big jump. It's like 120, like 1200 to about 1300, and the price here is at 1450. I'm gonna see if there's any sold here. Yeah, there's some 1400s. So yeah, this is like kind of yesterday. So actually, there's some 1400s the day before. But yeah, it has like has been a price drop, which has also been a price drop in the booster box. Um, and then let's see, there's Prismatic Evolutions Booster Bundle. There's not as much data, and like this is a relatively about the same, but there's a little drop here, and now there's like about 170 every few days. Um, Twilight Masquerade, so there was that big price up for Thanksgiving, but it's just very small, but it's like increasing a little bit from like 50, 60 all the way to 70. So yeah, I said before, I think this is gonna sell in Pokemon Center pretty soon in like in this month at the slowest. So I think this is just something that like it's a mini hub now, but this will grow later as people realize that like it's their kind of like I guess last chance for a little bit until a reprint if that comes. Um, I think there's definitely going to be a run at least. The price might drop to reprint though. City in Flames, yeah, like it's actually dropped a little bit, but it's gone from 40 to 50, so a little bit more, just a little uptake, and the price has increased. It's like 145 now. That's like crazy for such a like the sets isn't really that great in terms of value. Like it's very low value set if you count all the total prices. Fusion Strike, this is one of the things where like price goes up and now the stuff bought goes up. Like it's like before this, like I guess like before at some point it was like 27, and I think the price started increasing. People weren't buying, but now like the price just keeps going up. This is kind of like what I think people call in like stocks or like resistance. Like how do like there's resistance from like people. Oh, the price is high. I don't want to buy it, and there's like wait, the price keeps going up. I have to buy. And that's kind of this effect. So it goes from like 300 all the way to like 450 like very very quickly. So that's why you see this big curve, and you'll see it with quantity. So Fusion Strike is very hyped right now. Um, Lost Origin, not quite the same as Fusion Strike. The price is going up, but the quantity is going. It's like kind of doubling over. And but yeah, there's a little bit like yeah, we're not sure, and then okay, we'll give you like $20 every few days. Um, this is Paladin Fates. It seems like people are favoring the booster bundle, the ETB more, and so like it's been sort of just more consistent in the last month of like it's like 50 or 60 or 70 sold. Um, I know Paladin Fates got really popular recently with the everyone's like, oh, the mobile is worth so much more. Um, Sea and Sky, like as I said for Crown Zenith, this kind of supports it. Like these Sea and Sky boxes weren't selling as well, and now that like the last week or so, like they're being bought out a lot more. About 70 before it was more like 20, 30. That's a quite a big jump. Um, Paladin Fates booster bundles, not popular products. It's like it's not that much higher, but yeah, it is growing out slightly. So you just see there are sales. Um, Seller Crown Booster Box. This is cases. It seems like cases. This might just be a general thing. There wasn't really data for the last 2 days. But yeah, for January 27th to 29th, there was this jump here. So when it's something like this where it's less obvious, I'm not sure if it's really fair to say like the 11 boxes, but um, yeah, I just put it there anyway. That's why I wanted to show you the actual graphs because it's like, okay, this one maybe like I just like maybe I check tomorrow, go back down. I don't know. Prismatic, the surprise boxes, they're going up a little bit. I thought they were kind of dipping. I think that there was a dip in general in December, and you see everything's picking back up. Um, Temple Forces cases, like it's more sporadic, but yeah, there's a little jump. It seems like again, Booster Price cases had this jump recently. Um, this is Prismatic Mini Tens, which like it's everyone knows like everyone wants this, but I think recently people are like, okay, well I will go in on it, and so there's been more bought. Even though still relatively low quantities. This binder collection to another Prismatic. It seems like I'll probably make a video on this, but Prismatic seems to be picking up in general. We're getting closer to release. I told people the price hasn't gone up that much, but yeah, the quantity sold can't be denied. I don't think all the products have this, but yeah, I told you before, like Prismatic just appears in um a lot in like one, two, three, four, like 6 times in the just 2 pages of best selling. Like I did not go through all of this. So it's just yeah, Prismatic. People are starting to buy it more. Even at these inflated prices on Tcgplayer. And then Paradox Drift cases. Yeah, see this has like one small spike here. I don't really know. There's not a lot of data around it, so that's when I get closer to like the second page of Tcgplayer's best selling. This one here, Astro Radius, there's a bump here. Seems like a general there's like a little bump, and then Shining Fates. Um, there's it's been a little spike here. The price hasn't gone up that much over the last few years, but people are kind of buying a little bit. So I do see later on, I guess like $60. Actually, it's already $60. But we'll see how that goes. I still don't really think this is a really good set, so but it might go up. And then yeah, Crown's yet before. So yeah, if you were thinking of any of those are kind of popping up again, I'll probably make a video on that prismatic stuff. Seeing, just to give you more data. Let's see. Let's look at price. C to A. So a lot of these are going to be booster box cases, which isn't surprising. They're the most expensive. Evolving Skies is pretty expensive. This is another case. The Evolving Skies, one box of Evolving Skies is like the same price as a normal booster box case. And then there's like the bigger things like the bundle displays, Palpitating Fates, booster bundles, and Fusion Strike is also really expensive. The Shroud Fable here, which is the case for ETBs. There's like Pokemon Center ETB. Oh, actually, yeah, there was actually one thing I want to. So I don't think that's as interesting. What's really interesting is this column, sort by price per pack. So this is pretty. If I just asked you like without looking like, what do you think would be the most expensive price per pack? Out of the best selling things, you'd probably say Evolving Skies, right? But that's actually wrong. Like it's actually 151 Pokemon Center ETBs. If I can find that. Oh, maybe I'll just search it. 151 Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. So like these have gone absolutely crazy. Not surprising. Pokemon Center ETBs are kind of the hottest thing. The promos and yes, this is also limited because it's Pokemon Center exclusive. Like and it's SNLX card. Like it's just been quantity's been like kind of so. So I didn't list it here. It seems to be increasing and then decreasing. So, but yeah, it's just crazy. Like, since there's 11 packs in there, and it's $320, it's about $30 a pack. That's more expensive than a pack of Evolving Skies, which means like you could have just bought a bunch of Pokemon Center PC TVs, and you wouldn't make so much money if you could sell at this price. Not that it's a little harder. And then you get Evolving Skies, and this is kind of where you see like the booster box gaining more value than the packs. Like the packs in the booster box are like $8 more, and that's like This is like 50% more value in a sense. So this commonly happens later as sets age. The booster boxes are worth more per pack than actual individual packs. Um, 151 ETB, like yeah, that's also pretty crazy. $60 a pack. That's because they're same thing with Snorlax. They're not as rare in the sense, but it's just crazy. Like you can still find some vending machines, and you get $60 per pack. And then this surprised you a little bit. I didn't really do the math, but like even though it's not selling that high, Prismatic Evolution Surprise Boxes, there's only 4 packs in there. It's $15 a pack, and I think there's a bunch of Prismatic up here, and that's how crazy Prismatic is as a reference. Like you have these like well-known 151 Evolving Skies, and Prismatic per pack is like up there when you look at this. So it hasn't even been released yet. So yeah, you just see this whole line of Prismatic like ETB. Like I don't even have the Pokemon Center ETB here. It's probably way crazier. Actually, I'm kind of curious. I'm just gonna look at that. Prismatic. Okay, let's see. I'll just go Pokemon Shop All English and Prismatic, and I should well. Okay, so that's the normal ETB. So I think that this is like 11 packs for let's just say 395. So three. That's 35 $36 a pack. So if you have a Prismatic ETB, that is just on top of the 151 one. So Prismatic, yeah, it would have been really good investment to get a bunch of those because that's $36 a pack. So that's just crazy. Um, we see all this over here, and the Fusion Strike, which has been going up, like the booster box cases are there. Not everyone buys booster box cases, but even Fusion Strike, which is so hyped right now, it's only $12 a pack is a lot. That's like triple MSRP, but that just shows you how crazy these other sets are. The Charizard UPC is gaining some value at $200. That's about $13 a pack. But Charizard UPCs were always kind of like overinflated a little bit. You see Prismatic, you see some celebrations at $10. A bunch of 151 has been known to be $10. And then you get like normal sets like Paladin Fates, and you see Lost Origin at $8. So it just gives you like relative thing. Like you think your thing's expensive, but then that's only really this much value. I see some Searching Sparks, more Searching Sparks. So that, again, you see all these like these things are being like the most listed. They're not even cheap. Like they're actually really expensive per pack, and people are still buying them. And that's kind of makes sense in the sense of that why would some like you're buying all the products because you just kind of want the cheapest thing per pack, or you just want the demand is so high and you're just you can't always afford the more expensive things. um but yeah, then you get to just more normal things like this, more normal like $5 $4 a pack. These are more like I want to get in, and a lot of this will be Scarlet Violet here, and I just Scarlet Violet. So anyway, I think that's about it. Yeah, I hope that that data helped you, and I hope that it was worth me compiling all this. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, thanks. Bye.